Governor Abbott says he will not give up his COVID-era powers until Texas lawmakers do what he wants. That's according to a new report from the Texas Tribune. Earlier this month, Governor Abbott extended his COVID-related executive orders under the Texas Disaster Act of 1975. And here to talk about this is Texas Tribune Senior Managing Editor Ayan Mittra. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
You know, these executive orders have been in place for more than 1,000 days. What does Governor Abbott want from state lawmakers?
So, you know, in the middle of this legislative session, what the governor has specifically asked for is to codify the enforcement of some of these executive orders, specifically targeting mask mandates and vaccine mandates. You know, the governor is basically saying, put into law what I decreed with executive orders during, you know, the pandemic, and he wants to make sure that this is a situation where local authorities, local government doesn't supersede kind of what he has declared is in the best interest of the state.
How long does the governor plan to keep these COVID orders in place?
Well, he specifically said that, you know, he's going to keep them in order until they're in law. So right now we're in a legislative session. We have a bill filing deadline in March. So, you know, we should expect to see some kind of legislation kind of move forward. And so the governor said, you know, put this into law and then the executive orders will be taken care of.
And what if they don't pass a law? What happens then?
Well, you know, that's interesting. You know, the governor, you know, can still keep going with these executive orders. Obviously, there's also a legal battle that's going into the Texas Supreme Court. There's hearings in February, late February, related to these orders. You know, officials in Bayard County, Harris County, and Dallas County are kind of challenging these things. So, you know, ultimately, it could be decided in the Texas Supreme Court. You know,
talking about authority, what authority does the governor have under the Texas Disaster Act?
Well, this act, as you said, passed in 1975, gives the governor the ability to declare these executive orders that have the equivalency of law to basically address things, you know, in times of disaster. And so that's what the governor did in this time during the COVID pandemic. And so, you know, the governor does get the ability to have these extra powers. So that's what he's done in this case.
You know, you just mentioned it, but San Antonio, Dallas County, Harris County, they all won in trial and appeals courts to keep their mask mandates in place. As you mentioned, the Texas Supreme Court is going to review those lawsuits against the state. What sort of arguments are we going to hear in this case before the justices? You know,
we'll see some of the similar arguments that happened before when the Supreme Court and other appeals courts, you know, kind of looked at this case. You know, I think ultimately it's a battle about local control. I think local officials will talk about that the state, you know, and the governor in particular does not have the power to kind of overrule these local authorities, and then, you know, the governor is going, you know, and the state will argue that they do have those types of rights and under the Disaster Act specifically.
You've got a Republican governor, you've got a legislature that is majority Republican. Will they pass this law that he wants?
It's a great question. I think, you know, when the governor is calling for something, and we're talking about a governor who just won in elections with, you know, a double-digit victory, that he's definitely got, you know, has pull and has influence, and has a lot of allies in the legislature. So, you know, there's going to be some debate over this, I'm sure. And so whether it passes or not, I think, but there's also still some questions about whether the governor should have some emergency powers used the way he did during the pandemic. So it'll be an interesting debate. I do think, you know, there will be some legislation that kind of goes at this, but it's hard to say whether it'll actually pass or not.
Ayan Mittra with the Texas Tribune, thank you very much for talking with us.
Thank you.